Hi everybody, Jo here again. How are you doing? Now, last week we looked at some ideas of how to get the gel press out and have a play with it. So a few of you have been in touch and said you've had a go at the backgrounds, but you want to create a project now. So this is the sort of thing I thought we'd create. Now, before we start, so one lady asked about the Dinkles. So I'll show you. This is my Dinkles. I always put a little pin in the lid. And for me, it has to colour coordinate. So this is the yellow. You can pop it out of the hole there, like a salt and pepper shaker. But we have these lovely pixie pots. And I tend to just cover the bottom of the pot in powder and then add some water. But it's like everything. The more water you add, the weaker the concentration will be, so the lighter the colour. So I'm using Roland again, the round. And we're going for a meadow type theme. Well, I've got to be honest, you know me, I love flowers. So blue atoll, and I've got a piece of scrap card here today, and I'm going to clean my brayer on the scrap card. Right, I've got my plate, and I know where the name is here. For me, that's the top of my design, so that's going to be the sky. So like we did last week, it's a down and a flick, and make sure that brayer rolls across. And I'm just going to do that twice, so I get a nice, but as I get to here, I do a lighter. It's definitely a lighter touch there. Now we just need to put the lid on that, and I'll clean my brayer on my piece of, because you know what, this will be a background for later. So once that's nice and clean, I'm going to come in with green sleeves. Now again, in cup, turn this round, and the same thing. Now again, I'm right-handed. If you're left-handed, come in from the left, and I'm just going to lightly brayer. And if you notice, when it gets up to this join here, I'm very lightly going to sort of almost, I want to muddy, sort of blend that design. So again, lid on. And however it turns out, we can get round it. So again, it's one of those things, don't worry about it. Clean the brayer. Pixie green next. So we've had blue atoll, green sleeves, now pixie green. And I don't want to pick much up here. I don't want it too dark. So what I might actually do is take the first lot lightly off. And if you bounce it across like that, look, I love this. You almost get little hills. I tell you what, I can't wait to stamp that up. Right, so let's just catch the bottom with this darker green. And as I say, I don't want a lot. That's probably not enough, actually. I've probably taken too much off. But that's the beauty of this. You can just practice and alter. That's better. That's a bit better. Right, I'm going to clean this again and then move that. So look, lovely background. We'll file that on the floor next to Mr. Eric. Can't wait to stamp that up. So on here, turn it round and bring in my pixie pot. I've got my fan brush, and I just want this in the sky. I just want up here a little bit of something. So a couple of taps. I don't want too many. And again, right, excuse me, I'm just going to put the lid on that, and again, file that on the floor nice and safely. Don't want to knock it over. Can you tell I've not got a lot of space? So, again, for me, I like to turn it over, and I know where the top is, and I'm just going to pop that sort of in the middle and give it a good press. Now, you will get a bit of reflection, but look, we get this lovely in the sky. And, you know, the first time you do this, please, don't be upset if it doesn't work or you get lines. It is practice. And, I mean, I've got some lines there, but we are just making a background. I love this bit in the sky, and it's a gel press, it's a print. So whatever you get, honestly, just keep having a go. Really important, we need to clean this. Now, this is really important, two things. One, we need to clean it, but also this ghost print, what you're going to do is cut this out, and this part is going to be a mask. I won't cut it out, but all I've done is cut across, and then you've got an inner and an outer. And do you know what? I always keep these because you can't have enough masks. And I do keep mine, and I use them again and again. So this is what we've got, and I really hope you have a play. So when it comes to making it into a design, this is where this comes in, look. And I do say at workshops, you've made it, make sure you use it. Because before now, I've been that busy talking, I've forgotten to put it on. But we want to just keep that design inside, look. So I've gone for the group poppy first. This is just my focal point. And my stamping today, I'm just going to use Nocturne. So again, if you're new to this, if you've only got, I know a couple of you have said that you've only got the box, the gel press sort of box set, and you don't know what to do. So in my opinion, create yourself some background. If you've not got your Dinkles yet, some water there will work just a treat. So group poppy first, and then I can't resist but coming in with these lovely glitter pods. And I've got them on my blocks ready. But again, if you're going to craft along, you can always pause the video, you know, while you get things ready, or if you have a go at the background and you're a bit stuck, just pause the video, have a play, and then watch it again. And remember with these stamps, you can alter the angle, look. So I think we'll have 2 of these. And the black really shows up well. And this background, as you can see, this one I've literally taken but stamped on it straight away. It's just magic the way it's so dry. Now this is from the group poppies, and I love these little almost seed heads. So I wanted a bit more sort of silhouette, more the black. And a little thing there, you know, just between us, if you're not keen on your background, by stamping some silhouette images, it really takes your eye away from the bits you're not keen on. And here, I just want one sort of coming off the page, so I'll make sure this is right at the edge, look, and we'll just have that there. And it's nice that you see it just off that page. Orchard grass now. Make sure I pop this back, look. Now, if you need like a night sky background, use a darker colour, water. Don't go too dark though if you're going to be stamping. That's the only thing. You do want your stamping to show up. Now this, I'm just doing some first and some second and even some third. And what's nice about that, look, it gives us a bit of perspective. Makes it look like the grass is in the background. So again, if you want to bring it up here, look, bit up here. Just want some over here. I don't want too much. I don't want that pizza, but I just want it, let's take that away. We've got the lovely white space around. So we just need another little one here, just to bring a bit of almost dark there. And then I want one up here. So I'm going to do a first generation on here and then just a second and third. Yeah, happy with that. So what I'm going to do is give that a blot. Just because we've stamped in our slow drying ink. And look at that, you've got a lovely design. Again, so quick and easy. And now it's just all those finishing tricks that we normally do. So I'm just looking for my circle mask. So we can get rid of this now. And we'll add a moon just over here, I think. So I'm going to come in with the blue Atoll and a little brush. I've gone for the number 3. What you'll find is the number 3, you've got it smaller, so you won't go, you've got to watch you don't go on the outskirts here. But also you get a more concentration of colour with a smaller brush. So again, do make sure you blend in the lid. You don't want it too dark. Now we're using tone on tone because it's the same colour we used. But watch, it can look a lot darker. So if I turn it round and show you, So what I would tend to do is once I've got to this stage, just go back in and almost fuzzy these edges, just so you haven't got any dark lines. And again, you can just add ink. If you want a little bit darker there, look, I can bring the ink in, but I'm happy with that. What do you think? And it always amazes me how the same colour on top, this area looks lighter. I mean, it's just magic, isn't it? I love all these little things that we can do. If you're not keen on any of the area here, I'm going to leave mine, I like that. But you could come in, again, add some green ink on your brush and just add bits. But even these bits here, look, I just think it looks just sort of like fuzzy in the background. Now, let's add some colour. So I've got my Modulars pencils here, and I'm going to go for blues. So I've got 18, 19, and then 25. So I'm just going to lean on my kitchen. I want to keep this white area white, and just in case I've got ink here, these are fabulous for colouring in. So again, I'll use the darker colour. Where the moon's there, we're going to have the darker colour at the base here. And again, it just, very simply by using two blues, and where we put them, again, we get that instant shade and highlight. And I've gone for blue just so it, with having blue in the sky, again, it looks that lovely cohesive design. Now, it might be you want to go something like bright pink. I mean, that's the beauty of these lovely, what are they called? Glitter pods. Oh, you know what I'm like with names. And you can just colour them any colour you want. But you know what? I'm actually going to add a little bit of blue. I didn't on my original, but that's me. I can't do the same thing twice. I'm turning the poppy into a Mecanopsis poppy, and a little bit of green just on the stems here. Right, we can stop colouring. Pastel pencils now, and they're on the floor next to Mr. Eric. And with the white, if you want to emphasise the moon look, you can come in with your pastel pencil and just emphasise, give that a bit of highlight look. And again, smudging it just fixes it. If you wanted down here to add a darker green, depending on how sort of atmospheric it is here, you can always add a little bit of pastel. But just be mindful, you don't want to come out of that circle. But you see how we can just fuzzy that and make it a little bit darker. But again, I'm happy with that. I mean, again, you could spend ages just playing, just adding. So, white highlight time. We love our white highlights, don't we? So again, on this side, the moon will just catch. And I love the poppies for this, the seed heads. Yep, happy with that, we're up there. Now, this bit, I know you're going to love. You can leave the border if you wish. Now, I know what you like. I know you're going to say, Jo, but I like to do this wiggly border. Don't judge me, it's just me. So, up to you. You can leave it like that or you can do this. Now, this is so easy and you literally just go for it. You take the black fine liner pen and you whiz your way round. And honestly, don't tell me you can't do it because you can. And there's no right or wrong. You can go round in one go if you want. And if you've got a wobbly hand, it's actually better because what I do, and again, this is just me. We all have different ways, so please, whatever you do, if you're happy with, you do it. I'm just showing you what I do. Because you know what? You might say, Jo, I don't like it, which is fine. Honestly, leave it without. But I come in with a second line look, and I just sort of... But it is actually really therapeutic. And when you just sat on your own, Look, it's just lovely. When you go in with the second one, it takes your eye away from anything if you've missed on the first. And if you've gone out of the circle anywhere, this can hide it. I'm not saying that's why I did it in the first place, but it might just be. Look at that. And what you can do, on some, I've coloured these bits in black. Or, if I grab a piece of copy paper, where you go round like this, look, you can actually... I've done this as well, and it takes a bit of time, but if you want to sit, reminds me of a strand of DNA, but that's the radiographer in me coming out. So there are so many different things you could colour it. So again, I'm just going to use my black pen here, but imagine if you used a blue and went in with a blue gel pen. So again, and honestly, it's great fun to do. I hope you have a try. There are so many different borders, but for me, that just finishes it off. But as I say, I know that's just my opinion. I'm going to get a word, and I've gone for walkabout, which I know is 2 words technically, because for me, this lovely meadow is where I just want to walk. And I'm going to put that here. She says the hardest thing for me is getting it straight. Last little finishing tricks. I'm going to come in with some Stickles. And I've gone for a lovely green colour. And I'm just going to put it on, and I'm dabbing it just on the field grass. Now, the reason I'm dabbing it is I'm doing a bit of a dot and dab. And what I'm going to do is I've got an empty Wink of Stella. So this is an empty pen, but I've written Stickles on it. And just because you know what I'm like, I find if I use this Stickles empty one, just the brush, I like the brush on it. And it just means I can blend. You can use your finger, you can dab it. But you know me, I like to keep my hands clean-ish. It's very much an ish these days. But I just find I can move the glitter around and I can put it exactly where I want it. And because this brush has a lid, what it does mean is I pop the lid on and that brush stays lovely and soft. The glitter glue doesn't dry hard on it, but that's just my empty one for my Stickles. I mean, look at that. Last little thing, some splats with the white Posca. But what I am going to do is bring this back in. Now, I know you're going to say to me, Jo, you wouldn't see the white splats on the white card, but it might be you want to do yellow splats with the yellow sparkly. So it's good practice just to bring in your copy paper again, just to protect that white area. And I'm putting my Posca on last. I find for me, it works better Stickles first and then Posca. And I'm just going to turn that round, pop it up there, just so over those lovely bubbling clouds in that magical sky. Now, if you've got lots of backgrounds, look at your silhouette stamps. Some of the silhouette fairies work fab, and you don't need to do much else, just your fairy, maybe a little bit of foliage. Honestly, I would make yourself these backgrounds and then stamp them up. But look at that. I have to say, I'm so thrilled with that. And I've purposely left it without... We've got a lovely walkabout, but this could be a birthday card. Could be a get well card. It could be a just because card. But I think for the gel press, I really hope you enjoy creating these backgrounds and then stamping up a card design. And the ladies who got in touch, I hope that shows you, and I hope you have fun blending your inks. So anything else, just drop a line and let me know. But thanks as always for popping in. I really hope you have a go at this, and please share on our socials and tag me in because I'd love to see what you do. And I know a few of you are scared of the gel press, but give it a name. I mean, I know it's called Roland, but maybe it could be, I don't know. I mean, it's like the Brayer. He scared me, so he's now Billy Brayer. So you need to get your Roland, I don't know, what could we call him? See, other words I'm thinking beginning with R aren't one suitable. I can say Romeo Roland. Anyway, I'm going to leave that one with you because I definitely need coffee. Take care, everybody. Much love and hugs from me. I'll pop back again soon. Bye for now.